Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Factorio Living with Biters, where in the previous episode we were working on our steam engine columns here. We ran into a little bit of trouble because I was trying to work out how to arrange the pipes, but I have come up with a solution. I will continue on with it. I have thought about it some more to make sure that I was actually making sense, and I think if we extend it out this far, it should make things a lot easier. There's an attack going on. A wall over in the blue science area. Ooh, on the modules. That might be new. I don't think they've attacked the modules before. Oh, now there's three. We're losing multiple burner inserters are being blown up. Why do you hate them so? They always blow up the. You can even set there's huge gaps now where there should be burner inserters, but they're blowing all of them up. I think I will stop replacing them because at this point we're building this new steam engine thing over here anyway, so we probably don't need that old one. And, oop, there's a biter already going crazy on this. Also, there's some wood in there. I'm going to pick that up. Not sure why that's there. I'm just going to clear this and let him move on. We'll be putting in the belt shortly anyway. Do we now? Yeah, we now have a broken wall on us. We'll put that out there. Alright, so by extending them all out by one, we should have enough room to actually do some maneuvering with the pipes. We will have to, however, move all of this down by one, but luckily I noticed recently that there is actually room for that, because we move things up by one, which is just enough that we can actually get one more block of space out of this end. So we'll just move everything in this particular bit of the column down by one. More blowing up. Still burner inserters. I don't care anymore. You can have fun with those. It's like the biters' chew toys. They get to mess those up. That's fine. We don't use them anymore. But yes, if we move all this down by one, we'll be able to actually have corners in the pipes, which you wouldn't have been able to have otherwise. The annoying thing is that if I'd been able to do my original plan of having one of these columns here, I would have been able to line it up really well, because we would have had boilers here, and they each would have just gone out to their respective section of the column. But unfortunately, there just wasn't quite enough space here. One day there will be, because we'll kill all the biters. Also, why is this? This was just to sort of measure how far I could go. As it is, I don't think I'll need to go that far. Alright, so we just replace these one square further down, and then we move this wall back by one, and then we'll still have the 2 wide gap in between, which will be enough for all of the belts and such. Though we do still have it only 1 wide here. But that is okay, that works fine. Okay, right, we need to also move down this by 1. And we still might need to wiggle about exactly where the boilers go to make them line up nicely. But that's fine, we'll just keep moving them around until we have the orientation, well, until we have them doing what we want them to, and then we'll actually hook them all up and get them running and providing power. So this one is a piece of cake. We literally just have to do that. Because this column is going to go to these 8. This column is going to go to these, which is one of the fiddlier ones, and then there'll be a column here going to here, and a column here going to here. So this one is by far the easiest, and this is how it was originally going to be for all of them until we had to move things around. I need pipes. Probably quite a few, actually. We'll just make a bunch, and then we'll craft them into long-range pipes when we need to. But there we go. That is one of them hooked up, essentially. This one is awkward, though. I don't think we can go straight up. I think we have to go across and then up. Perhaps that will be best. Or perhaps I should first set up this next compound and then I can work them all out together so that I notice before it gets too awkward any other issues that we might have. Of course, the biters are being quite prolific in this area, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, I hear explodingness maybe somewhere nearby. Is it a tree? It must have been a tree, because there's nothing going on over here at the moment. That's annoying, he's just sat in the middle. Ooh, we've got an opportunity, and we've taken it. Half of it done. And we'll see if we can get the second half. I don't know if the length is exactly as it will be yet of these particular compounds, but it seems good enough for now. It fits in all of the boilers we need. And if it does need extending, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's just this guy in the way. But actually, we don't even need to do anything about that right now, because we just need to put the boilers here. So he's not actually in the way, and he will continue to not be in the way. We'll never have anything in this particular area, but I guess I will clear that up later on. I mean, if we wanted to be really efficient, we could potentially have these, like, curve round, but then there'd be issues with loading into the boilers in the first place, so I don't know how well that would work. Let's hop back outside. We'll craft a bunch of long-range pipes, because we will need a bunch. Maybe not quite that many. I really have no idea, though. We'll also craft a bunch more normal pipes. We'll always have a use for them somewhere else if we don't find anything for them here. And we do still need to make all the pumps and stuff. Okay, so we're trying to work out how this one can get up into here and get across to here without interfering with this stuff. And I think there was a pipe here and here. Then we could have something like that. That would not actually get in the way. That might be a pretty simple solution there. We just put one there. Well, that gets in the way of stuff, but it doesn't matter because we can move the boilers down, so that should be alright. I think that is okay. If we hook all these up, and that, then we can hook these up as well, so we would have this line going along here, and over to here. That works quite well, and then we just need to work out how these will connect up, and it shouldn't be too difficult. This one can literally just go up. It can go to here, and connect up to these. However, we will need to do some rejigging because we will need to fit in a similar arrangement to what we have over here in this bit. So I think we have to do something like this. This is actually a bit more awkward though because there has to be an underground pipe here as well. But again, that can be moved. And in fact, I think it will need to be. Okay, so we'll have this instead go up here. And it gets a little bit wonky. But they do all connect up, and then we would need a pipe going up here, and then across here. And I think that is all the piping. Now we just need to make sure that the boiler columns connect up nicely. So I think what we want to do is move each column down by 1 square, and that will make things much neater and much easier to deal with. And then we'll just add on the 4 boilers on the ends. And now all we need to do is actually get the coal coming in, which could be a challenge in itself. I mean, there's a pretty solid bit of stuff going on over here that we're going to have to move around. But then we can make use of all the belts that will be travelling around the sides of the compounds anyway. So that shouldn't be too bad. We do need to connect up this particular column to some form of power grid. And we will need to get all the different sections connected up to an independent source of power gridness or something. Words have failed me once again. But I think probably a long-range power pole or 2 in the right positions will be enough to connect these all up right. I do need to craft some, however. There we go. We may have had some already. No, we didn't have any already. Now there is one there already. How close do we need to be? Too close is the answer. That is too far. We might want to swap these out for the medium poles. In an emergency, we could potentially fit some in these areas if we did a bit more rejigging with the pipes. Like this one could go down and then an underground, and then it would come out there and go back around to there. So we could definitely fit one in that particular space there, but that still wouldn't connect up to the one even across from it, unless we move some stuff around a bit. I could potentially connect from the top or the sides. The sides are probably the best bet, actually. Let's quickly... How close? Yeah, that works. We can go from there, but then there's the middle one to deal with. We could potentially move these down a little bit more and we'd be able to fit one in here, but that wouldn't be enough. It would have to be... How much closer? I mean, there is some room here to fit in other power poles, so that is probably... There we go. We can connect them to each other, and that is all we need, actually. Connect them to each other, and then from there they can go to anything else they need to. Alright, they're all interconnected. And we can also bring the power into here, so it's all fine. It was not a problem. We can just get them all in the same network. Now we just need to make sure they all go to an actual power pole. We will want to extend this down a little bit, because there is a power pole here, and it does go to an important thing. It'll probably end up being a backup system, because there will be power hopefully going through all of this grid and even into here. In fact, can we... Oh, not quite. If we use medium power poles, we'd definitely be able to connect these up directly. So I think we will do that. We'll just make like 2 new ones and add them onto everything else. Did I? Oh, I didn't craft those. They were already there. I got very confused as to what was inventory and what was crafting menu, which was very strange. Okay, connect that up there. There we go. Everything's lovely and interconnected with various backup connections. And we'll move this down into a more convenient place. And then we need to extend this one more, but there is room for that. There's room for 2 more, but we may not need to go that far. Alright, so then quickly grab it, place it. Oh, that is not... we've got a bit of a problem of we can't connect to both sides at once, but that is in a sort of random place really, so all we need to do is go over here quickly and move this along a little bit. Oh. There we go. Okay, right. Power is restored. It may not have been broken, I'm not sure. So now we'll just get a power pole. A standard one will do if we run out, or am I just being blind? I'm probably being blind. Nope, we've actually run out. Okay, I'll make a new one. Actually, I'll make a few more ones, whatever. Because we'll continue using them, of course. I think I'll put like another one here and then just try and connect it up to this, but there's not quite the range, but we can make the range. There. Lots of backup connections, which is good because they are out in the open, surrounded by biters, which is never safe. Right, we'll extend this down as well, just for matchingness. I don't think it's important that this one is as long. It might come in useful. And then we need to work out the water supply. I think 2 pumps might be enough, but we'll play it safe and go for 1 per different column. So we'll make 4 pumps. And then we've got to work out where we can position them so that we can actually get water being delivered into the columns, which is actually quite awkward. I was originally expecting there to be more space. We could put them here and here, but there wouldn't be room for the pipes and the necessary belts. There will be room along here to put them in. These 2 connect up to the same thing though, but that might be alright. Have 2 pumps going to 1 pipe and that 1 pipe then split off again to the 2 locations. And that would make it work. So pipe there, and then an underground pipe. We run out. We have. I think we must have used the exact right amount then before. So there we go. This one will go underground to... Oh! A biter sort of phased into it. That was a bit weird. Just send it to there for now and then work out the specifics. Well, I guess now. We might as well do it now. More pipes we need. Just make a bunch of them because we will need at least another underground pipe anyway. Ooh, that is slightly in the way, but that's fine. Alright, that one is connected up to a water supply. Then we will hook these up to each other. We'll get rid of this stuff. We're not extending quite that far. And then we'll work out how to connect this up to the to this area. We'll probably just go along and up. That probably makes more sense maybe than other things, maybe. Alright, along here to... Let's go to here. And then we'll have 1 more underground and a couple of overground. Once that's made, we will connect. Also clear this tree. This up to here. And then the normal pipes will do that. There we go. We use the exact right amount as well. These... Oh no, we need 1 more. 1 more for the corner. Okay, we now have a complete water supply to each of the locations. Now all we need to do is sort out the coal supply. I will quickly make some burner inserters. Oh no, I already made some. No, whoops. Well, they can replace the ones that got blown up. That'll be fine. We need 40 of them. All along here. Always use burner inserters on a power system because they can be guaranteed not to fail unless the coal supply fails, in which case there's no point having the power system being fed anyway because there's nothing to feed it. Also, we should probably start working on all of these belts going around the place before the biters just start tearing into everything here. I will craft a bunch of belts. All the belts, every belt. Now, how do we get the coal supply here? There are a couple of options. We could bring them along the inside and then down. There's not quite enough room, but we could potentially move things down one more if we really needed to. Also, this guy has got angry, so we'll just send him off. And wow, the belts are actually sort of working on him. Oh, has he given up? I think he just gave up. He didn't even like try running back or anything. He just got bored and carried on with his life. Meanwhile, some other attacks are going on somewhere else, as they always are. Yep, there's one going on the same compound even. That's probably the same guy actually, so I was wrong. Unfortunately, we're sending him the wrong way, but with any luck, there we go. Okay, so he's being very slow and indecisive about his movings. I guess I'll just keep adding more belts till he gets sent in the direction he wants to go. We could also bring the coal along the outside belts, but it might be a bit fiddly to actually get them inside the compounds now. If we had one here, it would work, but the worry is that the biters would then be pushed against the wall, which we don't want to happen. We'd rather it came from one further out, but there's not really any room for it because of the pumps. We could bring it in from somewhere along here, and there would be room for that. But then actually getting it over to here is difficult in itself. I think, however, we can maybe improve on the situation. There's definitely some leeway for exactly where these water pipes go. We can even have them go in from the side. That does work. I don't know how much that would actually help. So we can go in from here. So if we came out here, we can make sure that it can corner, I believe, if we do a bit of wiggling about. I think we'll need an underground pipe. And we should have enough standard pipes around anyway. If this was to go... it would have to go from here to here. We'll clear this away. We'll work out in a moment how it actually connects up, but that can happen. And then the pipe could... well, the belt could come up through here and along here, but then where does this connect to? The pipe, if it... well, the belt, if it started here, it would have to come out here to properly output somewhere. Unfortunately, this whole area needs to be clear. So this pipe might need to be moved quite a way. And I think we even need to move this power pole. Luckily, that's not seemed to have caused a problem. Words. It's hard to it's hard to add suffixes sometimes to things. I decided to say that sentence before I was sure if I could. Okay, we already have enough pipes for that. There we go. This is connected up. That is connected up. There we go. And there's plenty of space for the coal line to make its way in. So we'll sort of set up the infrastructure for that, and then once we start bringing the coal along, we know exactly where to plug it in. Oh, but there is still the issue of we won't be able to connect... no, it doesn't quite fit. There's not quite enough room for it to work properly. How can we make it work nicer? I want a double-sided belt input if I can. Because the coal consumption could get quite high. I don't know if it'll be high enough for one belt not to do. I mean, we could resort to red or blue belts or something. I think, yeah, for now we should just get, like, something in place. And later on we can worry about it being fast enough to keep things running. We can always change it around if things don't work out. The input for this one should be a fair bit easier because there's nothing in the way that needs navigating around. We can just have an underground belt go straight in, or can we? Not quite. It'll have to stop off in the middle first before it can get to where the inserters are. I mean, we could... I see, yeah, it would be slightly more efficient in terms of materials used if we were just to move the whole thing down by a square. So we'll put that there, run this along here instead, which now means there is enough room for this to output there. And then all the remaining belts, or not all of them because we ran out. Make plenty more because we'll need them for the walls. Alright, now we actually just need to bring in the coal. We've got this nice coal line here, that should be absolutely fine. We just need to hook it up to this bit somehow. We'll have it split off here. It doesn't, yeah, you can just do that. It doesn't even need to have any other bits connecting up. And then we would want it to carry on. How will we do that? That's not too difficult. If we have a splitter. There's one. We will split it here. That shouldn't interfere with the belt's movements. It will run all the way along here, and then it will... In fact, we can just connect it up like that, and that is fine. That should work okay. And it can just carry on like this, and then turn off, go round, and into that belt. Alright, now I think we can actually connect up the coal. And it should all just work. It should all just be fine. Okay, splitter once again. Still there. Split it off here. And just have it merge on. We'll turn that out so that we can get both sides of the belt covered. One side will go to one of the columns, and the other side will go to the other. So actually that works out fairly well, and it should mean that it's irrelevant that it's only going onto one side of the belt, because it's 50% to one of the power supplies and 50% to the other. There we go, they're starting up. The boilers are being loaded, they're firing up, and the inserters are being loaded as well. They also need a bit of power. They've only got enough power to grab one or maybe two pieces of coal to fuel themselves if they really need to. But there we go, it's all coming operational. Awesome, we've just tripled our steam power. Tripled our reliable steam power. We do have another steam engine column, it's just useless. And we powered it off wood, and then one mining drill for a while, until we finally abandoned it and all of the burner inserters got blown up. There we go, fully fueled. And on this side as well. Alright, that is fantastic. All of the pollution. Shouldn't be a problem, the biters don't care. I mean, we haven't been having power problems recently, but I know we will, which is why I put them in now, while it's easier and we have a bit of space. But there we go. Huge jump in steam engine production from less than a third of what solar was capable of to nearly as much. It's something of a regression in a sense. We're going back to the old crappy ways, but they always have their certain advantages. But now all we need to do is complete our outer belt systems, and we will do that before we finish the episode, just because we might as well finish off all our work on this before we go on to our new thing. So I think we are about to run out of belts, so I will quickly, while these are crafting, actually I could just pick up all of the iron that's right here and that'll be fine. We will still be short on gears though. I might just run in, see if I can get some of those. Also, we need to replace that furnace. Do I have another furnace handy yet? I can just make one, I guess. We will do that. Alright, we got some gears coming in, or we got more plates first? And then probably gears at some points, because we are requesting those after quite a few other things though. As usual, the bots are all somewhere else. Here they come, in this huge wave of doom. That's a lot of plates. We didn't actually pick that much up from the belts. There we go, that's our 500. I have been told that I carry around too much random plate stuff, but I do find it comes in useful, especially when you're away from the base for an amount of time, which occasionally happens. There we go, all the things we could possibly need. We're probably about to have our inventory get completely blocked. We will dump all this wood we don't need. And then we will make a bunch more belts. Alright, let's go finish these off. We're now running a fair bit over time. Maybe I should have just stopped the episode there. And by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier. This at this particular point in the series, and in other series, I've spent as much time in living with biters as I have in towns, which is weird because it feels like longer, probably because in terms of actual time, it's been longer. But in terms of actual hours spent in game, it is the same as towns. Which shows how much sort of imposing, interesting rules like I have in towns can slow down the progress. Because even though we do have a rail network, which we don't have in biters, but we don't have one in biters because it's a bad idea and wouldn't work and would be horrible. But we don't have power suits or a logistics system even in towns yet. Anyway, let's try and get ourselves past all these bases. Oh god, there's bases and trees and spiders everywhere. It's horrible. But there we go, look at that. We've got quite the dense bit of construction going there. Next thing you know, I'm going to be building something in this bit, and this bit, and this little thing here. And maybe even in areas around here as this iron deposit continues to recede. Okay, I don't know what we'll do next episode, but one of the things we'll definitely be dealing with that biter, because he's been attacking the modules all day. Maybe we should go put some more modules in everything, and get everything running more efficiently and stuff, even though our power is fine now, so I guess it's not a problem, but it would save on coal usage, I guess, which is always nice. I didn't replace that furnace. I will also do that next episode. So, with that I shall say goodbye, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.